Actually, it's programmed right. You will experience with the sound effect.
But it's two wheels?
It's two wheels, but it's on a track.
Welcome to Hospitality Asia channel on HAPA TV. I'm Jennifer Ong, and we're here today with this amazing gentleman, Mr. Aaron Su, Senior Vice President, Attractions and Tenancy from Resorts World Genting SkyWorlds. And today we're going to talk about this really long-awaited, full-fledged theme park up in Genting. So let's welcome Aaron to our studio. Welcome, Aaron.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much for coming to HAPA TV studio.
Yeah.
So, you've been in the industry for like what? 30 years, 40 years?
In hospitality, coming to 40 years, but in theme park, 20 years, specializing in just in theme park, 20 years.
Amazing. So what's your role now at Genting SkyWorlds?
Yeah, currently I oversee all the attractions in Genting, Resort World Genting. This will include the SkyWorlds, the outdoor theme park,
Right.
Skytropolis, our indoor theme park, and the shows and concerts and events in Genting. Yeah.
And the whole thing. Yeah, I mean, of course, before we go on, I'd like to really congratulate you and, of course, Genting SkyWorlds for being nominated as Malaysia Best Theme Park in the HAPA Awards Malaysia Series 2022-2023. So big congratulations.
Thank you very much. Thanks for the nomination.
Right. So Aaron, share with us, I know the last 2.5 years has been a crazy time for hospitality and tourism. And the theme park was about to open and then there was a shutdown. So tell us, how has it been for the last 2.5 years?
Actually, it's been very tough because prior to the pandemic, all the plans was planning towards opening the park.
Right.
This is about 2019 going to 2020. That was the original plan. So recruitment was already on, most of the staff and talents were already in place. And then we were hit by the pandemic. So our industry, in fact, will be the very first to be hit in the case because it's a leisure and hospitality industry. And then we went into a mode whereby we were forced to go into tightening our ship, the crew. So, but during this time, it's also opportunity to go and polish and get ourselves prepared. There will be more rehearsals, more training, and we are getting the rights ready. We're also getting our shows, which is the soft part, the people. Concentrating on making our customer service standards are higher. The theme park is all about an experience which we will deliver. When you come to the theme park, there's a very heightened expectation because you're coming to a theme park. And so our role was to make sure that we are prepared. And as soon as the pandemic was over, we are ready, and we actually opened right after the pandemic.
Wow. So your team were, I mean, they were being productive, they were being trained and getting all the rights getting into place and all this as well.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. So let's talk about, again, so I'm really, my hats off to, the people in the hospitality and tourism industry, theme park industry, attractions industry. I mean, for really keeping it together and holding on so tightly, and making a comeback. That's amazing resilience, really. In
our industry, we actually don't rest. We were not into those regular 9 to 5, Monday to Friday job. We are running 24/7. We operate 365 days. So the mental state preparing all this is actually very heightened. But if you hire the right people, people who love what they do, then actually half the battle is already won. The rest is getting commitment. So we were, of course, privileged. Genting has an advantage over many other places in Malaysia in that our weather is a big plus. And in terms of accessibility, both for the people coming to enjoy Genting and also for the staff, is actually on average from Klang Valley is 45 minutes away. That's right. So it's highly accessible, but we are able to have a team that is totally committed, and then through teamwork, we actually just won the Brand Laureate Award last night as the best in leisure and entertainment. Oh, congratulations! Thank you. Oh, that's really well deserved. Yeah. I mean, Genting Theme Park is. I remember going to Genting Theme Park since I was a little girl, right? I mean, all of us have childhood memories, really, really good memories, and there's some people who have actually gotten to experience some part of the new SkyWorld, Genting SkyWorld, but there's some haven't been there. Tell us
about Genting SkyWorlds. Tell us, for those of you who have not been up there, this is what you really want to hear. What is there to expect? We don't know. We see videos, we hear rides, but tell us more about what to expect up there.
Genting SkyWorlds opened on February the 8th. So we soft open. During the initial period, we opened 15 of our rides and attractions, and we offered an incentive that we gave a 20% discount because this is like a soft pre-opening.
Okay.
There were lots and lots of people who came. The initial period, you had to go through the teething problem, problems working with the weather. So we learned over the past, maybe coming to 9 months, to work the weather to our advantage. So we had to modify some of the shows and performances because of the weather. So I don't want to use the word like inclement weather because the weather is actually what attracts people up to Genting.
Absolutely.
And last week when we started our Genting Winter Wonderland, amazing. We did very high quality artificial snowing which we created.
Right.
But to experience snow in a very chilly environment, only Genting can deliver that.
Yes.
And we had a street called the Liberty Lane, which is San Francisco in the 50s and 60s with nice old shops, factory lots, industry, and created this street very close to exactly what the Liberty Lane would have been like in America. And when we started to create the snowfall and with the music, when it started to know, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow, then everybody, wow!
Beautiful.
And a lot of the crowd won't leave. So in terms of saying what to expect, honestly, expect to have a great time, a wonderful time with friends and family.
Wow.
Yeah.
Beautiful. And what about the rides, Aaron? How many rides in total the Sky will have?
In total, we have 20. Of the 20, we recently opened 3 more just over the last 3 months.
Right.
In September, excuse me, in September, we opened a ride called Expedition Thin Ice. This is an IP that we got from Fox originally. Right now it's under Disney. So Expedition Thin Ice is a ride that you're going into the snow. This is the ice age period where it's a thin ice and you're on vehicles and you drop into the chilly lakes and you come out and you experience snowstorm.
Wow.
So Expedition Thin Ice was opened in September.
This year.
October.
October this year.
Then in November, we just opened another ride which is POTA. POTA stands for Planet of the Apes. This is another ride originally again from Fox, but right now it's under Disney because Fox was acquired by Disney. So right now we are in fact a Disney IP attraction. So Planet of the Apes is an attraction whereby this was during the time when human beings were invading the apes country and the apes were fighting back. This is against the very successful movie Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
And this attraction has been scoring really, really high acclaim. Most visitors who experienced it came out and said that it's easily our top 3, if not our top 5 ride.
Oh, can you share with us a bit more, or you want them to go up and experience it?
No, you have to come up.
Okay.
You
Aaron's
have to
not
be there.
sharing with us what happened.
You have to be there because the entire experience, the most attractions today is unlike the attractions of the, let's say, 20, 30 years ago where the ride is basically mechanical and electrical. Today, there are elements of animatronics, effects, heat, chilly, wind, media, there will be animation. All these will create a very an experience which you have to be there to experience. There's no way I can describe the experience. So you just come over and try it. Yeah.
Okay, so no news, nothing coming up from Aaron about Planet of the Apes. Okay, the third one.
The third one was it's called Mad Rempit. Because Malaysia, we've got the Mud Rempit.
Yes.
So this is a Mad Rempit. It's a ride where you are put on vehicles, where you're shooting across
on a motorbike?
Yeah, on motorbikes. On those super bikes like those Harley Davidson and those big bikes. And you're shooting up to speed of almost 80 kilometers per hour.
You ride on your own?
You ride on a track. To make it safe, it's on a track. So we operate on a major policy of safety first above all anything else.
Okay.
So at no point will a visitor be in any way at risk because that's how we operate. Every day, every night, and before we ride, it's going through a process of safety. But this ride, the Mad Rempit, where right now, in fact, as we speak right now, it's going through certification by TUV. TUV, they are world leader in certifying for safety.
Okay.
And after that, we will go through in compliance with the local authorities, JKKP, which is the Jabatan Kenderaan and then Pengangkutan, where they will test the equipment to make sure that it's 100% compliant and safe.
Okay.
And only then, I think we expect that we should be opening this right very soon.
Would it by this month? Would it be by this month or
we
next
are
month?
targeting this month.
Okay.
In all likelihood, we should be able to get it running, but we're now going to final test. Until such time, we won't allow the visitors. But
But then how, Aaron? Do you need to be able to ride on 2 wheels before you go there? Or is there an age limit to that?
There's an age limit.
Okay.
So there's an age limit because the compartments are such that it's all designed for safety. So
Okay.
only certain heights and certain weight, and for children they are not allowed because the seat will not be able to sit and cup them safely, whereby they are going to be put on a safety belt with a hook and then a
Who
leg bar.
rides it?
The
rides
visitors. No, it is actually it's programmed right. You will experience with the sound effect.
But it's 2 wheels?
It's 2 wheels, but it's on a track. It's on a track. It's not like it's free road.
So you don't need to be somebody who knows how to ride a bike to ride
You
that.
don't need to.
And it comes with what sound effect? What's
Yes.
it like? How does it sound like?
It's exactly that you would experience when you're going to a mountain ride, and on a fast bike.
What's the sound like, Aaron?
The sound.
Yeah.
You want a sound effect?
Yeah. I mean,
You
just
want
share with us. I mean, we want to know, right? I mean,
When you go on a
already
bike,
it's
you
not
start.
sharing Planet of the Apes already. I'm like, okay.
The sound effect is going to be like a super bike. So the experience, and it will be it will be going to the shattering effect too. So you're actually experiencing a bike on a super bike.
And how many people can ride at one time?
Each of our vehicle, it's 2 persons in front. It's like a carriage. Each of our those ride vehicles, we call them, it has a 6-seater. It means 2 bikes in front, 2 in the middle, and 2 in the far end. There's a
And
6.
it's one. You go all together.
All together.
So like a roller coaster, so all together put
Yes,
together.
correct. It's like a carriage in a roller coaster. It's a train carriage. This one is 6 bikes all together.
I see.
And we're going to final testing right now.
Wow, that's like. Gosh, just listening to it is like, how can we not be there? How can we not be there? How can we not try? Okay, so these are the 3 new rides.
Yeah.
And then together with how many existing rides we have now? 15.
We have got 16.
Okay.
Now this will bring us to 19.
And what's the last one? You have
The
20,
last one,
right?
yes, last one is actually a massive, huge, mega. We call it a 4-tricks coaster. It's going to. We're now going to final design stage. We'll be going to installation, and there's some minor hiccups there, and unexpected because of the pandemic. It delayed a bit, further delay. So, but we expect to have it up maybe in a year or 2 from now.
Oh, okay. So that's a final ride that comes in.
Yeah.
All right. So these are all the outdoor theme parks. So, okay. So I know that everyone needs to ride all the 19 rides, yeah? But can they finish 19 rides in one day?
Well, we have an app. It's called the SkyWorlds app, where will make it's a tool that you can use to enhance your experience. So that app, when you download the app, it's actually a guide where you have entire map. You will then plan your own entire visit to make sure that you're able to maximize your trip to Skywalk. It has the location and also waiting time. And one of our unique attractions is that within the app we have a VQ, which is virtual queuing. You actually do not need to queue, but there's a time slot for you.
Yeah.
If you press, for example, you say that, you anticipate that over the next half an hour you'll be busy, and then you will arrive only at let's say Planet of the Apes at 3:30. If there's a time slot available, you press, then your name will appear and you have a slot.
And then you go over
the system will prompt and give you a QR code.
Right.
And when you get there, you just show your QR code, the scan, then you're in line. So that you do not actually have to physically wait in queue lines and waste time. So your question is, are you able to complete all the 19 rides? If you plan well, the answer is yes.
Okay, but the ticket, when they get a ticket into the theme park, it only lasts for a day. So you can't carry forward to the next day if you don't finish your rides, correct? It's not by the number of rides. It's basically a day pass.
It's valid. It's just like a buffet experience. You buy a buffet, you eat whatever you can for that occasion only.
Oh, so you play as many rounds as you want to within the
It's as many times as you. If you enjoy it, go join the queue again and go for the ride again. And many people actually do that. They're so kanchiong, and some of them they forgot to take pictures, and they got so they're so caught up in the moment, and they forgot to do this or that. Then they say, no, I'm going to do it again, and this time I'm going to do it right, to catch some Insta moments so that they can share with friends.
But I mean, I was there for one, for your pre-opening, but there were quite a few rides. They say you can't bring your phone.
Yes.
Because it's not
Because
safe.
once you're on the ride, you're actually flipping and you're being thrown here and there.
Yes.
So holding your phone is not something of which there are signs that tell certain of the rides it's an absolute no-no. It's not uncommon that actually people, when you're flying through the roller coasters or going, then your spectacles will drop off, your scarf will fly off, you drop your phones and sometimes bags. So our staff are trained that before you board and before we dispatch you to take the ride, we will tell you now, ladies and gentlemen, no, you are not encouraged to. Please put your loose items, your spectacles, your scarf, your headband
Everything at the side.
and then you enjoy the ride.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So get your day pass, which then gives you access for the whole day. And what is the timing of this theme park? From what time to what time can it?
Currently, we operate from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. every day.
Okay.
But the plan is we expect that come February or March, we're now in the midst of planning to open into the evening. So in the evening is
Night rides.
Yeah, it's amazing. Honestly, the Sky World brings you into another world. Each of our IP zones, right? We've got Epic, we've got Ice Age, different zone. You will be brought into a different world, and the lighting with the Genting's natural weather and the clouds is amazing.
Right.
You are literally in the clouds at all times. I think on most occasions, you will be able to experience fog and mist flying through you, and all these are amazing time.
Wow!
Yeah.
Well, imagine if you can capture that on your own camera, and you'll be
It's
like,
happening.
Yeah. That's amazing. Okay, so you get day pass, go in anytime from 11 to 6.
Correct.
Plan your trip well so that you can get to enjoy all the rides within that time frame of 11 to 6, right?
Yeah.
And you have to download the app, right? If you don't download the app, you can't get access to them, or not?
You can. You just have to join the normal queue. The app is
okay.
designed to enhance your experience.
Right.
When you go to a theme park, the keyword is to have an experience whereby it's not in where you can have in a normal day at work, at home, at your families and friends. You are brought into literally a world that we have created to deliver you an experience. So that app will enhance your experience, including your F&B experience. It will tell you that what you want. You've got hot dogs and burgers, or you want snacks, or you want local cuisine, or you want Western, and all the restaurants are the locations are there.
And there.
So they have a better planning.
Okay, so my next question was, Aaron, how many F&B outlets are there within the outdoor theme park?
Currently, we open 18. In total, 18. And I want to stress this. The food in SkyWorld is amazing. Do not have to leave the park, go outside to some of the restaurants in the malls and then come back, because you'll be wasting time, and energy. So I assure you, and I actually confidently tell you, if the food is no good, you don't even have to pay. Make sure you don't finish it if it's no good. Because some people finish it and had a good time, and they say, but the point is that I've never had anyone coming to me and they say that no, your recommendation is not accurate. No, actually, our food is really good.
Really good. What sort of cuisine do you have in there? I mean, what are the options and varieties can people have?
We have all kinds of. We offer a lot of international cuisine. In my opinion, the best burger that you can find in Malaysia actually is found. You call the classic burger in the Genting SkyWorlds, right? I never get fed up of it. Even right now at my age, I'm eating burger because I really like it. I tell the staff, all the staff that's joining, they say, no, we've got no much option whenever the customer complains. So we have a wide variety of pizzas, Western cuisine. We've got smoked salmon. We've got the longest hot dog. We've got 16 inches hot dog. Because that itself we can share with your friend. We've got local, the local dishes like the Malay food. We have a lot of Malay food. We also have the common popular local items like wonton noodles, soup noodles, curry mean. You have all of it. So in terms of options, we got a whole lot of plenty.
Yeah. Asian, Western, snacks,
corns,
fast food, American, whatever. Yeah.
Pizza,
okay, that's really good. So now let me just move in a bit. You also have an indoor theme park.
Correct.
Okay, so tell us a bit more about the indoor as well.
Well, the indoor theme park often offers rides and attractions that's quite different from the outdoor. That's indoor. Generally, the indoor theme park, they are milder in terms of the experience. Not because there are some people who are up for it. They can take a roller coaster ride, but it's not for everyone.
Yeah.
So when you come to the indoor theme park, generally speaking, comparatively, they are milder in nature. That means if you have a roller coaster that runs 60 kilometers at speed in the outdoor, in a theme park, indoor one, it runs only about 35 kilometers to 40 kilometers. So it's a bit milder.
Okay.
It swings you, the velocity and the ride experience itself.
But it doesn't tumble you like a...
Some of them do.
They do?
Some of them do.
Okay.
But the theme park, the indoor theme park has other experiences which is more fun for children. We always
more
have
friendly and fun. Okay.
We always have the ever popular bumper car. So, but I mean, what gives you more fun? You can bang someone hard as you can, and then you don't have to pay for damages.
Okay.
No,
That's good, yeah.
most people are like that. Inherently, inside your mind is just the frustration. If you go to a bumper car and you ride a car and you hit somebody, it gives
Not
you
at your
joy.
cost.
Yeah, and it gives you joy. Hitting someone gives a lot of people fun. It's kind of funny, but it does.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So and how many rides are there for the
Indoor theme park, currently we have 18. Yeah, another 2 more rides. Some of our rides are going to, because over the last few years, one of the things we realized that acquiring parts right now is a bit tougher because the world is going through all kinds of shortages of chips. Logistics is a challenge right now. So there are minor challenges. But currently we have up and running 18 rides. That should be more than enough to sap you of your energy for the day. And 2 more rides will be completed. I sure hope one will definitely be ready by end of this month, December. Then they'll bring us to 19. Hope by January the parts arrive. We should have our last ride up by the 20th. By January of 2023.
Right.
Yeah.
And in your personal opinion, pick 3 of your best, your most favorite rides for indoor. Which one that people have to? Like, hey, you can't miss this 3.
Okay.
What would it be?
We have one called the disco, whereby you're actually on the boat, right?
Disco.
It's swinging, oscillating while they are swinging you up and down.
Huh?
Yeah.
How does that work? It swings you this way?
It's on a loop. The track is on a loop, right?
Yeah.
But meanwhile, when you're on top there, it's also spinning you up and down. So it's like oscillating while you're the ride goes up and down.
Okay.
It's lots of fun. Okay.
But does it cause nausea at the end?
A little bit. Very hardly.
I know.
Hardly anybody throw up, but it happens. It happens.
Okay.
And sometimes visitors on completion of the ride, they are so disoriented they cannot decide. So we put up the seat. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you may now come out of the seat. Do you see that? They are so dizzy. Yeah, some of them do feel noxious. They do. But generally,
it's fun. Okay, what's the other 2?
The other 2, that's one is a drop. We have a big drop we call the terracotta terrain drop in the, but that's high.
One, right?
That's 45 meters. The one in the indoor is only 20 meters, but it's super popular. So it drops you're lifted up, and then the gravity drops you. Drop.
It drops you. Okay, so it's 20 meters high.
Yeah.
But the drop would be to how many meters?
It drops
down?
almost to the base. But the cushion is impacted. I mean, the impact is a cushion.
Yeah.
So you don't actually. But it's kanchong. So it's just like suddenly you drop. It's like a free fall. So a free fall is something I don't know how to explain it. But people like it.
Okay.
So if
Scary,
you're asking,
but fun lah.
Yes,
that kind
fun.
of thing, is it? Okay.
Your hair starts to fly off. Some of them, mascara flies off. The earrings flies off.
The eyelash will come off. Okay.
Yeah. And so it's again very popular.
Right. And
the third one is a ride we call the super glider. Super glider is on a track where it's very much like a roller coaster, except that it's reversed. You are suspended. Your chairs the track is on top.
Okay.
And your right, you're seated on your bottom. You're at the bottom.
Are you upside down or
Yeah, sometimes you do.
up? Okay.
Okay. So you're being on the track whereby you're spun around this track, and
it's
a reverse.
It's
around the entire indoor park.
Okay.
So this experience is also accelerating because I don't know why. Well, I think I'm also one of the bad boys whereby when people are screaming and shouting, I get so much joy. So whenever they're screaming, I say, Ollie, so yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Right.
But the people actually pay good money to scare themselves.
They do, right?
They
And
do.
that's what theme parks are for, right? It's really meant to get that adrenaline going.
Yes,
Yeah. Adventurous. I mean, things that you never do. I mean, how many of us would go bungee jumping? How many of us would do skydiving, right?
Yeah.
But then when you have the free fall, you still get to experience it. It's just that, okay,
Yeah,
different,
that's right.
huh?
That's right. Yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
have your heart coming out. I think that's really important.
But you see, this is fun when you go with a group of friends, right? So different people have different aversion to fear.
Yes.
So there are some who thinks that they are macho men. Those are big boys and guys who want to show that to the girlfriends or potential dates that they know they are macho guys and you can rely on them. You'll be surprised when you put them out to all this, right? These are the one who chicken out
Scream
first.
the most.
Yeah, they scream the loudest and they want the chicken out the fastest.
Well, I think, I mean, it's so much fun. Just hearing from Aaron is like, wow, no wonder he said it's an experience. It's really an experience.
It is actually, yeah.
Yeah, it's really good. Okay, so now with, the market really opening up, people are coming back. And so apart from all these rides, what exactly can all your customers look out for, when it comes to SkyWorld and Genting SkyWorld in 2023?
Okay. What has happened is that during the pandemic, one of the industry that was badly hit was the cruise industry.
Okay.
So the cruise industry was because when the pandemic broke, when there were cases on top of the cruise ship, the poor guys on the cruise don't know where to dock,
Yeah.
know which country will allow them to disembark. And it was so badly hit that but a lot of the service providers or the performers and entertainment on the cruise ship, they were also badly affected because this is where. But this has provided an opportunity for us because most of these entertainers are international. So we then brought a lot of our cruise entertainers to our theme park. They would otherwise not come
I
because
see.
they're on an international cruise. So this has opened up an opportunity. And when they come to the theme park to become part and joining our theme park entertainments, these are international. A lot of them are from Belarus, Ukraine, Colombia, Brazil. All these are all international.
So international performers. Yeah.
And I get this opportunity, so we brought them incorporated into our team.
Right.
Now, this is what you can look forward to.
Okay.
Yeah, right now, there's international flair and flavor. That's number one. Number two, after going through our teething problems and issues, learning, because it's a bit of learning, operating a park in a new condition, we are now much better. So in terms of rights availability and reliability, we have improved.
Okay.
Even our operating staff, initially they will take time facing different scenario and different situation.
Yeah.
But over the past coming to 9 months right now, we have now gone better, meaning that we're able to deliver an experience to you at a higher availability rate and higher.
Right.
Yes, of course, the weather will always be, like I said, it is both a plus for us. And to some, when the weather becomes a bit harder, some of rides cannot be operated on a safe manner. But we have learned to overcome some of these challenges and it's become higher. Finally, we realized through the condition that the use of technology, we have CC cameras. A lot of this camera, we always had it. So we learned that to apply a new software that we're able to now view these rides through this camera in a more sharp manner. So then we're able to now run it in safe because right now visibility has improved because we're using technology to support our operation. So all these things will lead to a much better experience when you do come to SkyWorld anytime right now from now. After the pandemic, some of us would have lost some friends, some relatives. And we realized something. Without exception, all our F&B outlets, regardless of whether it's a weekday or weekend, are very well patronized. Why? Because a lot of people are learning, what the heck, just go for it.
Just go for
and live
enjoy.
life. The other thing that has happened is that a lot of the younger chefs inside, they become even more bolder in regards to coming up with F&B offering. They push and do create something different from the norm. And Genting, in total, we have got almost about 200 F&B offerings, 200 different outlets.
Right.
Because within Genting, our own Genting own managed F&B offerings, we have got about 60. And
60
third parties, there's another 100 from third party. So
Wow.
in terms of option, the other thing that has happened is that retail, there's a slight drop in retail as people shift towards F&B. So let's say, assuming previously we have about 60% of our tenanted lots to retail and 40% to F&B. It's now coming to 50-50. And I kind of like suspect very soon it's going to be like 55 F&B and 45 retail. Because traditionally, more and more people are going to shop online.
Yes.
But you can never replace an F&B experience to going to the
eat online.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. I mean, there's so many stories from Aaron, and like I said, we only touched the top part. This is the icing part, yeah. You so many things, so many more stories coming.
I must tell this story. There's no entertainment that you can experience downtown compared to Genting. Genting's entertainment experience is at one league above most places in town. We got live bands, clubs, dual partying, solo guitarist singing, performance, dancing. The whole works.
It's like traveling around the world, right? I mean, you can. I think you probably need a year to visit the whole Genting.
and the weather. When you're feeling warm, if you're in warm weather, you burn out faster. And Genting, because it's so cold, your body generates enough heat, and it's like you don't mind staying in let's say an entertainment outlet. If you otherwise enjoy an hour or two, you actually don't feel too much when you're in Genting, and 2 or 3 hours or so don't feel too long because the weather is a big attraction. And the experience is beautiful.
Wow, I mean, just hearing from this, I don't know about you, but anyone who hears this story from Aaron will say, hey, let's hop on to a trip up to Genting SkyWorlds for sure, right? You can do now, you can do it anytime in 2023. So thank you very much, Aaron. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And me myself have learned so much more. I mean, I've been to SkyWorlds, Genting SkyWorlds, but hearing the stories from you, it's going to be like those 3 rides. I gotta go and try, especially Planet of the Apes, since he's not telling us.
No, it is.
Good. Yeah, great. So so we'll see Aaron again for sure, right? Because he has so many stories to tell us. And see you back again here on HAPA TV for sure, Aaron.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you very much.